So, as in our previous lecture, we have learned about a major branch of physics that was kinematics. What is kinematics? Kinematics is the branch of the physics that deals with the study of the motion without considering its causes. So it was comes from Greek word and that means motion. So here we have seen about a major concept of rest and motion, their difference and their example. Then we have seen different types of motion. The first type of motion that was translatory motion. The second one was rotatory motion and third one was about rotatory motion. Kindly differentiate between them. What do you know about translatory motion, rotatory motion and vibratory motion? Quickly.
Should I do it in my own words or should I do it in the book's words?
You should do in your own books, own words. You should do it, you should give me a concept, your concept, what you know about them. In your own
Okay,
words.
ma'am. The three types of motion that we studied about in our last lecture was translatory motion, rotatory motion, and vibratory motion.
Yes.
We learned in translation motion that if we have 2 or 3 parts of an object on an object, such as
Okay.
P, Q, and R, if we throw the object or move the object, P, Q, R will still remain the same. It's not possible that P, Q, R become Q, P, R or R, P, Q. It's not possible.
Good.
And then we learned about rotatory motion.
Yes.
It's when an object rotates on its axis. An axis is defined as a line that passes through the center of an object.
Yes.
If it is rotating around the axis or spinning around the axis, it is known as rotatory motion. Simple.
Good.
And then we have vibratory motion when an object moves backward and forward around a certain point. For example, we have a point P. We are moving the ball backward and forward with our hand.
Yes. Give me some example which I have added to these topics for you, not from books. What was the translatory motion example I have sent to you?
You gave me person walking on the road, plane flying in the sky, and train which is moving on a track.
Very good. What were the possible examples of rotatory motion? Accept your textbook.
Rotatory motion. On rotatory motion, you gave me the motion of Earth around the sun.
Very good.
The car steering wheel around the axis, and a fan rotating around the screw.
Very good. So, about vibratory motion, possible examples, kindly give.
Pendulum and a swing.
Good. So here we are moving towards our next topic that are about types of motion, translatory motion, rotatory motion, and vibratory motion. Here we are moving to next topic, the most further divided of translatory motion. So the translatory motion is further divided into 3 types. The first one is about rectilinear motion, as its word showing linear. Meanwhile, the motion which is in straight line path, that will be known as about rectilinear motion. As in second name, here is the word showing circular motion. Meanwhile, that motion of an object in which the object will move in a circular path, in a curved path, that will be named as its circular motion. And as its third name, which is about random motion. The word random, that is specifically describing the word irregular. So the motion that is in irregular motion, in irregular direction, that will be named as random motion. Okay, so here we are starting to read our further classification of translatory motion. The first one is rectilinear motion. Kindly read this.
Rectilinear motion. It is the translatory motion of the object in a straight line path. For example, the motion of a train on track, motion of a gunshot, and motion of a falling apple.
Yes, as all these types of motions are in a straight line path. So these are known as rectilinear motion. Second one, circular motion.
Circular motion is a translatory motion of an object in which it moves around a curved path. For example, the motion of a football and kick, motion of a roller coaster, and the motion of a vehicle in a turn are examples of curvilinear motion. Yes. Circular motion is a special case of curvilinear motion in which the radius of a rotation remains constant and the object moves around along a circular path like an actor.
Yes, here are 2 terms which are using. That first one is curvilinear motion and the second one is circular motion. You firstly have to differentiate between that. That curvilinear motion is that motion in which the object moves in its curved path, whereas a circular motion is that motion in which the object moves in circular path. Understand that? These both terms are really
For
confusing.
example, if a car is turning,
Yes.
it's curvilinear, and if atom is revolving around it, or if an electron is moving around an atom or a nucleus, it is
Yes.
rotating.
There is a
Sorry.
block diagram which is specifically describing types of motion. The firstly here is given translatory motion, rotatory motion, vibratory motion, their definition and their examples. We have seen them well before, whereas the translatory motion and their classification is given next. Rectilinear motion, that is straight line motion, an example in motion of free falling body. The second one is curvilinear motion, that is the motion that is about circular or curved path motion. That example is the motion of cars around a turn. Whereas a random motion, the word random, which is specifically describing the word irregular. So the irregular motion is known as random motion. An example is motion of a butterfly. As we don't know where is butterfly going, we can't understand its motion. Understand that? So that's why this motion is known as about random motion. More specifically, which examples you can add to random motion in your own words? Think about it. Hmm.
The running of my little brother.
Hmm? Sorry?
My little brother, when he's running,
he will move to random motion. Yeah. Because he is so young. So you can say that he is in random motion. Moreover, in our daily life, you can say that clouds
I don't know
that
any
move.
examples of random motion in daily life.
Clouds that move. First example is clouds. Motion of cloud is a random motion. We cannot underestimate the motion of cloud. Secondly, kite flying.
Okay, second example.
The kite that is
okay.
flying in our air, we cannot understand its motion. Thirdly, you can say that stored which were thrown on the floor. These are also having random motion. Stones that were thrown on the floor. Have you done it?
Yes.
So the first example in a random motion, you can add more. The first one is cloud. Second one is kite flying. Third one is stone that were thrown on the floor. And the fourth one is given in your textbook. That is the example of motion of butterfly. Okay. More example you can add to curvilinear motion. That should be, firstly, you think what possible examples can you make for curvilinear motion? Except from your text.
Can you please repeat your question?
Yes, I can repeat. What possible examples you can more add to your curvilinear motion?
What more examples can I add to curvilinear motion? A car turning. Sorry, this example is given in the book. This example is given in the book. We can give examples like.
You should add. The first one example is motion of a snake. Motion of a snake.
Snake.
The second one is motion of an earthworm. And the third one is motion of a spring. These three examples are more you can add to your curvilinear motion.
Rain.
Have you done?
Yes.
Which examples you have right?
I wrote motion of a snake, an earthworm, and a spring.
Good. Then, example of rectilinear.
Ma'am, can you please repeat your question?
Which examples you can add more to rectilinear motion, except from your textbook? Because we have to learn about at least 3 to 4 examples for each definition, for each question. We not have to memorize just only one example. because in MCQ, the question can be made on a concept. So you have to make your concept clear. That's why I have memorizing at least 3 to
Yeah,
4
no, ma'am.
examples for each question. So what possible examples you can add more to your rectilinear motion? Firstly, concentrate on your mind. Then after thinking, you can reply. Okay, kindly add swimming in a straight line. That is an example of rectilinear motion. Swimming in a straight line. Second, motion of a car on straight road.
Motion of car on straight road.
And third one, elevators. That is also known as lift. As you know well, they always move in a straight line from downward to upward and from upward to downward. So that is also an example of rectilinear motion in our daily life.
Yes, ma'am.
First example is swimming in a straight line. Second example was motion of a car on a straight road. And third one is elevator or lift. So you
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
memorize all the possible examples of rectilinear, curvilinear, and random motion well. Okay. As in our previous class, I also have included you the examples of translatory, rotatory, and vibratory motion. Am I right?
And in motion of random motion, we give clouds, kite, and butterfly. Clouds, kite, and stone throw. Stone.
Yes. So can we move to next? Is there any question or query till yet?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So random motion is the translative motion of the object with no specific path. For example, kite flying through sky, motion of clouds, and the motion of butterfly. Here is a information giving about translation motion. Translation motion is seen in various scenarios, covering a wide range of situations, whether in engineering, physics, or everyday life. Objects frequently display the state type of motion. It is crucial to comprehend the specific motion type in order to accurately analyze and describe the behavior of moving object. So that's why that is the importance of some types of motion that is dealing in our daily life. And here is some importance of that motion is given till yet.
Yes.